In today's video, I'm going to have a little fun and put some of the skills you'll use as an event photographer into one of the following tiers. D tier, nice to have, but not necessary. C tier, helpful, but not very important. B tier, solidly important. A tier, very important, a fundamental skill of a great photographer. And S tier, extremely important, and something that can really elevate you from being a great to truly excellent event photographer. So before getting into some of the specific skills necessary, let's talk about the big three. The three main components of a photograph: composition, lighting, and subject matter. So of the big three, the skill of identifying good subject matter is without a doubt the most important. Why make an image if it's not of compelling subject matter? At a minimum, an event photograph should be about something, whatever that is. Without compelling subject matter, you'd end up with an empty image, and so I put the ability to capture compelling subject matter in the S tier. When it comes to composition, the question I ask is, why photography if you're not going to make an aesthetically pleasing image? And certainly your clients expect a professional level of quality. Also important is how composition can be used to tell a story and influence how a viewer perceives subject matter. It being so fundamental in photography, I'd love to put understanding of composition in the S tier, but because this is a relative list and not everything can be in the S tier, and compelling subject matter is the most important of the big three, I put it in the A tier. Understanding light is extremely important for using available light the best you can, but also for supplementing your available light with strobes. Event photographers don't have the luxury of complicated setups, and so they need to be able to find usable light or just find the best light there is in a given situation. They also need to have the ability to supplement their light or create light when there pretty much is no light by understanding how to use strobes. Also, like composition, lighting can impact how your viewer perceives a scene. Of the big three, comprehensive understanding of light is probably the least important, but I give it an A tier nonetheless because it is one of the big three. Okay, maybe an A minus. Technical skill. Let's talk about technical skill in a broad sense. Having a strong understanding of the technical aspects of photography is important working in any genre of photography, but when it comes to event photography, it's especially important due to how dynamic events can be, with lots of varying location types, each with unique challenges. Yes, photography is a creative practice, but without technical knowledge, photographers may find it difficult to execute their creative vision. Technical knowledge will also aid you in being a more adaptable photographer, which I'll get into later. So because so much of your success as an event photographer depends on a strong technical prowess, I put it in the S tier. Artistic vision. This is going to be a grade I think people will find most controversial of all my grades. On its face, I don't think anyone is going to disagree that being creative and having an artistic vision is important in any genre of photography, but that said, within the genres of professional photography, gradations do exist, and ultimately this grade is about context. Yes, event photography is creative. Yes, your creativity can help you stand out, but in the end, relative to other types of photography, it can be somewhat less creative. You're generally delivering images that fit a standard that is not arbitrary. You're also shooting within parameters based on the end user's need, aesthetics, etc. So because of this, I put it in the B tier. Timing. Timing can apply to both being at the right place at the right time and timing your shot for the decisive moment. Clearly, this is important for any on-the-go photography genre, and so I want to put it in the S tier, I really do. But I can imagine that to some degree, some inability to time your shots can be mitigated by spamming your shutter, and perhaps at a macro level, knowing where to be would be S tier, but precise timing of your shot, perhaps a bit less important. Because of this, I put it in the A tier. Prev Visualization, the ability to see your shot in your mind's eye prior to taking it. This one is tricky. For me, I find Prev Visualization to be an S tier ability. It aids me at being in the right place at the right time. With primes, it allows me to know exactly how many steps to take in order to get the moment, to frame the moment the way I desire. But not all of us have that ability, and I think there's likely excellent photographers that do not possess this ability, but have found other ways of working that make them an equally effective photographer. So because of this, I put it in the C tier. Interpersonal skills. Social skills come in handy in a variety of ways, from working with your clients, interacting with people on the job, and networking. These are all important, and no matter how good your photography is, if you don't work well with people, you might not get rehired. This is one of those skills that you can really get a lot of mileage out of. In fact, maybe this could be your S tier ability, something that elevates your photography or your business to another level. But in the end of the day, this list is being established with relativity in mind, both in comparison to other types of photography and other skills at play when shooting events. And that said, I give it a B tier. Attention to detail. Having attention to detail is universally a positive trait to have. At an event, good attention to detail can help you make immaculate compositions. Further, when shooting portraits, which will happen time to time at an event, noticing stray hairs, lint, etc. will go appreciated by your client and/or lead to less editing for you. Good attention to detail can impact everything really, but there's not much more I have to say on it for now, so I give it a solid B tier. Adaptability. Because of the dynamic nature of events, being able to think calmly and quickly are incredibly important. Your ability to do so will be heavily impacted by your technical knowledge as well as your experience level. My gut instinct was to give this a B tier, but because of its particular importance in the genre of event photography, I put it in the A tier. Your ability to move. I made a whole video on this and why being able to move effectively and efficiently is so important as an event photographer. It also will impact your longevity as a photographer and person, really. Good movement mechanics help you avoid injury and help you get where you need to be at an event, improving the quality and breadth of your coverage. Having a knack for recognizing great subject matter, an S-tier ability, and having excellent timing means little if you cannot physically be where you need to be. And so I put your ability to move in the S tier. In fact, I'd probably even give it an S+, the only one. There is of course many more skills involved in event photography, but these are some of the most important, and what fun would a list of D tier abilities be? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know I enjoyed making it. If you'd like to see more videos like this, perhaps of other genres of photography, let me know. Alright, thanks for watching.